Well, folks, I have a very, very special guest for you today. The one, the only, Ryder Newman. How are you, Rhino? What's going
Oh
on?
man, doing great, doing great. Thank you so much for having me on the show. Just getting done with practice. Looking forward to being on this podcast. Sipping some tea. Yeah.
Dang straight. We got our Las Vegas tea here going.
Dang. Okay, I see you.
You're in Vegas, right? Fabulous.
Yeah, I'm training Extreme Couture out here in Las Vegas.
Oh, that's sweet. Who all have you been training with while you're at Extreme? Got a crazy good roster there.
Oh man, it's absolutely amazing. You never know who you're gonna see at Extreme Couture. We get the best from all around the world. Right now we have a lot of big names here. We have Kevin Lee, Dan Ige, Francis Ngannou, Cynthia Cavillo. We have so many people here. It's an absolute blessing. I've been training Extreme Couture probably about like 4.5, 5 years too. Ever since I started MMA, this has been the only gym I've been training at, and I love it. I love the team here. I love the coaching staff. We got Eric Nixick, who's 2-time MMA Coach of the Year. Absolute amazing coach. Very good coming up with strategies for fighting. We're just surrounded by the best fighters in the world. It gives you hope and inspiration every time you come to the gym.
I know they're stoked to have you. I mean, I know they are, man. So you said 5 or 6 years. Like, how did you get into MMA? Was this something that you always loved, or did something fall out of the sky and hit you on the head?
No, I always loved fighting. I mean, like growing up and stuff too, especially in high school, I was kind of that dumb, who getting some fights here and there, and wrestling was always like my thing. I've been wrestling since I was 6 years old, and I wrestled all the way up to, college level, lived at the Olympic Training Center for a little bit. And once you're done with wrestling, there's no really pro wrestling, most of the big wrestlers at the time were either going to MMA or they're just transitioning to wrestling coaches. And MMA is always something I loved. I love fighting. I love, combat sports, and I love competing. So after I was done wrestling in college, I already knew it was kind of time to make that transition over to the gym. And actually, the first gym I went to was for one day. It was Robert Drysdale gym. And I did a jiu-jitsu class. And the two other guys that were there were Brad Tavares and Kevin Lee. It's my first ever MMA practice.
Oh,
and I had no idea who these guys were. And then I started rolling with Brad Tavares, and they're like, yeah, man, you got to come to Extreme, all this. And that's how it started. After that practice, I went to Extreme, and it just started from there.
Very first practice. That's insane. What a cool story. Yeah. I freaking love that. Yeah. And so born and bred in Vegas, I guess?
I've been born and raised here, lived here my whole life. And I left for college for a little bit. I went and wrestled at West Virginia University. I was out there for 2 years. And then I went to Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs, was on Team USA for like a year. And then from there, I went to University of Wyoming, was there for 2 years. And then after I was done wrestling there, it was like, all right, I'm going to move back to Vegas and I'm going to attack this MMA thing.
Dude, you are killing it. I'm just going to tell you, you are totally killing it. We have had so much fun watching you on The Ultimate Fighter. I mean, season 29, finally, they brought it back. I mean, it was tough going without The Ultimate Fighter, and totally worth it to have you guys on the lineup this season. So I got to say, we've had some allegations about what went on at the Ultimate Fighter 29 house. Okay.
The craziest / funniest moments they should have put in there was Bryan Battle and Ryder Newman doing nudie runs through the Apex and the house and chasing people, and they had to do a run around the house naked. And after that, it was just they let the beast loose, and they're like, hey, we're in the Apex. I wonder if anybody's ever done like a streaking like nudie run through the Apex before. And they're like, probably not. So they did it.
Getting back to our allegations, Aaron said the craziest thing he saw in the TUF house was you and Pooh Bear Battle streaking butt naked around the TUF 29 house. I have to know, first of all, is this true? And what sparked this? How much thought was involved? Perhaps alcohol? I don't know. Just asking.
All right. So I'm gonna say how it is, mister. This is all Volk's fault. All right. The first time we went streaking, okay, the first. There could have been 2, there could have been 3, maybe there's 4 times we did it. But the first and the way it started was Volk. All right. So it started over a game of pool. Volk and Coach Joe came over just to hang out. Volk's very competitive, man. Volk is the most competitive person I've ever met in my life. And, you know, he's running his mouth saying he could beat us at pool. And me and Battle are like, no way, you can't beat us at pool. Volk want to increase, you know, the odds a little bit. He goes, hey, whoever loses, the team has to go streaking around the house. All right, easy. Me and Battle are really good at pool. We've never seen Volk play pool before. Let me tell you, this guy's a freaking pool shark. All right. He's aiming, freaking calling his shots and crap. Me and Battle have been owning the house in pool too. So we're feeling very confident, you know. Dude, Volk just destroyed us in pool. And that's how it started. You know, we dropped our stuff, went running around the house. It was funny because when we got on the outside, some of the girl producers were getting there with freaking bags of groceries for all of us. And we go run outside and we see them butt-ass naked. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Go running around, dip back in the house. It was so funny.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was insane. It was so funny. And then the funniest time we were streaking though. Okay, it was multiple
More
times.
than one time.
It was more than one time. We're at the Apex, all right, and this is like the last couple of days of the Apex. I wasn't gonna do it, and Battle talked me into it. He's like, "Listen, man, this is the last time we're gonna be at the Apex. You know, who's gone streaking through the Apex?" It's like, Battle, I have no idea. That's a great question. I was like, you know, man, we already went streaking. We don't gotta do it again. He's like, this is just for pride and honor. We have to. And so, you know, we dropped our stuff.
Pride
We're running through the Apex. It's pride and honor. You know? Pride and honor. How many people just say they went streaking through the Apex? You know, I don't know that many. And man, it was so fun. We ran, jumped in the box ring, did little somersaults in box ring, ran through the whole Apex. I feel so bad for the people that work at the Apex too, having to deal with us and see all that. But yeah, no, we definitely the streaking thing happened.
Are you kidding me? Where was this on the show? ESPN. We got it. I mean, this was gold. Y'all need to like totally follow-up episode just of the shenanigans. Cause
yeah, I wish they had a bloopers and stuff. Because there's so much that happened on the show that people didn't get to see, you know. And I understand, you know, especially the fights this year, all the fights are super crazy and they're all a little bit longer. So that takes a bunch of time. Then you got to get to know each character and stuff. So that takes up time. But man, the house is so much fun. Everyone in that house, I think that's another cool thing about this season is everyone in that house this year, no one was like a douchebag. Everyone was super cool. Even everyone on the other team, everyone got along. Everyone was super cool. It was a great time, man.
That's so awesome. And that's rare too. You know, you
yeah,
that many people with competitive
especially what
mindset.
we do, you know, and like our persona, you know. But everyone was super cool. It was a blessing. And it's an absolute honor to be on Team Volkanovski. Honestly, I've been surrounded by some of the best athletes in the world, living in the OTC and stuff. Volkanovski is the hardest work I've ever seen in my life. That guy would show up an hour before our practices, bust his butt. And then when we had our practices, he would hop in our practices and push us every day. Absolutely insane.
Wow. That speaks volumes. That's why he's the best of the best, you know? I mean,
100%.
It's that extra work ethic. And you seem to really have that work ethic. Every time I'm seeing you online, you're working, you're just training, you're improving on what you're doing, probably keeping stuff under wraps. I get it.
Yeah, it's low key right now, but you know, we are looking to fight towards the end of October, and I'm just excited to get in there, you know, show everyone what I'm truly capable of. I feel like since the TUF house, I've made tremendous amount of growth. I feel like I've leveled up, you know, so much, and I'm just excited to get back out there, you know, show everyone what I'm truly capable. I love this sport. You know, this sport is who I am. It defines me. And I just can't wait to really show everybody what I'm truly capable of because I've been busting my butt. I'm ready to go in there and show everyone.
We can't wait to see it, man. I mean, you've got a lot of big fans online, and just your personality, your work ethic, your story, and just the fact that you absolutely love the sport. But one thing I think a lot of people I've been seeing online that a lot of people gravitated to with you was that your attitude is just so positive. You seem like the guy in the TUF house who, if I needed to talk to somebody about some crap, I'm gonna go to Ryder, man. He's gonna be the guy to chat it out with and help me get it on the level. I hear you did some grilling while you were in the
Yeah.
You and Volk, maybe y'all need to do some cooking together, because
hey, cooking with Volk, I'm gonna have to steal it called cooking with Rhino. No,
I
love grilling. I love grilling. I was the guy. I was cooking every day for everybody. Steak, chicken every day. It was a great time. But yeah, when it comes to the whole pause thing, you gotta look too. When we did our team Volk, the first 4 of us lost. And you guys don't know. I don't know if the people back home know it because they show up like every week. There's a different fight. That's not how it happened. The first 4 fights all happened at once. So we all lost, back to back to back. And, when we went back in the house, this is the first week. We have 4 more weeks in this house. You could either, I look at it like this, you can either keep your head down, be upset, but that's not going to do anything. Or in the day, you could be there and you could be the best teammate you can, be the best, drilling partner, the best person in the house, the best version of you, just to encourage and lift everyone else up. Be the best teammate. Be there for the other people that are team that are still in the tournament, because we're in the house either way. So why not make the best of it? We're blessed to be in the position we're in. To be able to be on this show and showcase our skill set, win or lose. It was an absolute blessing. Some of the guys when they lost, really upset. And it took some talking to him like, hey, man, listen, win or lose, this show is going to elevate us. So you got to keep your head up and just know everything happens for a reason and just keep pushing. Because I 110% believe everybody in that house, Ortega, Team Volk, they're all going to do great things,
Oh, yeah.
So I think, that was a big part, just, making sure we were there to be the best teammates for the rest of the guys in the house, and just to stay ready, anything could happen in the Ultimate Fighter.
Hey, we've seen just in MMA in general, anything could happen. Look what happened
Absolutely.
at the finale. I mean, we had a big change up at the finale, which was totally crazy.
Crazy. Last minute too. Insane.
And you never know when you're going to wake up tomorrow and the UFC calls and said, hey, Ryder, can you be ready? In so many days we had a cancellation or whatever. So you got to stay awake, man, and got to stay ready. So I love it. I just freaking love the fact that you're so just positive and you're on top of it. And for somebody like me who literally MMA has been my outlet for the last 3 years while I've been recovering, watching you guys share your stories. And even when you don't win the fight, you carry something from it and you get back up again. And man, I need to see that. Like me need to see that, and we love it. What do you think? We got a big fight coming up with your coach Volk. Okay, so what do you think is going to be the strategy for that particular fight, with the Ortega Volk fight? Because I mean, Ortega came out last time we've seen him. I mean, he's a different animal than he was 2 years ago. He's got a lot to bring to Volk. So what do you think is going to be the strategy?
Man, all honesty, Misty, listen, Ortega's a really good dude. It was cool getting to know him on the show too. I respect the man's skill set. The guy's an absolute killer, of course, amazing. But man, I really just can't see anybody beating Volk. Volk is just, he's tough, man, and he works hella hard. And he just knows that the mentality he has and just the spirit and the way he fights, he's super aggressive, super sharp. I can't see anybody being Volk. I think he mixes it all up very well. He's very good with his ranges too. Find a guy like Ortega, I'm guessing he's going to be trying to get in, press him a little bit. Man, I just can't see Ortega being Volk. Volk's a champ for a reason. He's 25-1 or 26-1 or whatever for a reason. The guy's an animal, and just his work ethic speaks volumes. I wish everyone on the show I wish everyone that was watching the show could really see how much work he was putting in, not only with us, but what he was doing behind the scenes for himself. He never stops working. And I think he's just too much for Ortega. But Ortega's tough, I'm not hating on him or anything at all, but Team Volk all day.
I can't wait to watch. I mean, I've been so stoked about this fight for a long time.
Insane. It's gonna be insane.
I mean, I've got a lot of fights coming up that are gonna make me probably pull my hair out. Like I pretty much worship the ground that Valentina Shevchenko walks on.
Oh my gosh,
So,
killer.
Saint Valentina. I mean, I am obsessed. I truly am obsessed. I mean, I almost have a shrine. I mean, so I have some really nerve-wracking fights coming up, and yeah,
I think that whole card's gonna be insane.
Insane.
You know, sometimes I'm like, what?
Yeah, I mean, I won't miss a fight. Well, I don't miss a fight even pre-prelims. I'm like, yeah, I live for it. I live for it. If you could fight anybody, living or dead, who would you fight?
Whoa.
Not even in your weight class. I mean, I'm talking like your dream fight. Anybody.
Oh man, that's a tough question, man.
I got him.
There's one.
Ryder.
If I could run any fight, like my dream fight, there's 2 fights I wish I could fight. There's my dream matchup, you know, of course, like down the road, we're doing good, we're doing our thing. You know, man, just fighting like a guy like GSP or something one day would be like an amazing, you know, just the wrestling, his style and everything. I have so much respect. That'd be an amazing fight. But a fight I would love to fight again would probably be like my pro debut. I cut to 155 pounds. And that was the stupidest thing I ever did in my life. I was like 200 pounds, cut to 155. I'm 6'1".
Dude.
It was the stupidest decision of my life. And that's the only loss I have in my record is cutting to 155. So if I could do that one again, it may be at welterweight, that'd be amazing.
That's awesome. I think that's the best answer I've ever heard. You know, I really do. That's awesome. That's very, very cool. And who is your absolute hero of all time?
Man, my hero of all time. Dude, Randy Couture, honestly. Like, he comes to the gym every now and then, and even just seeing him to this day, it's like, damn, that's Randy freaking Couture, you know?
He comes in your gym?
Yeah,
That's
this is
so
his gym,
cool.
you know? His son Ryan Couture runs it now, an absolute amazing fighter himself, an amazing coach. You know, there's some amazing people. Whenever Randy's in the gym, you know, it's like, wow, it's Randy Couture. Like, that's someone like me growing up being a wrestler and stuff. I remember I came to way back in the day, I was probably like 14, 13 years old. Our Team Nevada practices were at Extreme Couture. And I remember walking the gym when I was like 13. I was like in 8th grade. And I remember walking in the gym and Randy Couture was running an MMA practice. And this is right before our Team Nevada practice started. I just remember looking at my dad like, holy cow, like that's Randy Couture. I want to do this someday. And it's so crazy how things work out, because then you fast forward, 15 years, and now I'm at Extreme Couture. And it's just absolutely insane.
If that was a movie, it'd be foreshadowing for sure.
You know,
like,
so crazy.
This is what's coming up. I love it. And dude, I am loving this movie. I'm loving the Ryder Newman movie. And can't wait to watch the sequel too. I'm telling you what.
The movie's just getting started. That means so much. Thank you.
It's epic, my friend. It is epic. Here's a question that you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but what was your first fight? Does it not, like, I'm talking not professional, just like, when's the first time you ever said, I'm gonna whoop his ass? And you did it.
Oh man. I hate to say it, but I grew up getting, you know, fights here and there. The first fight I ever got in, I was 15. Oh, this is funny. The first fight I ever got in, I was 15. And it was over these girls. Me and my buddy were talking to these girls, and they had boyfriends or something. Long story short, we showed up at this park. It was absolutely insane. I was 15. My buddy was 17. Everyone was older. But we showed up to this park, and there's a whole big U of like cars. All like, dude, it was like out of a movie. It was absolutely insane. We show up to get out of this truck, and all of a sudden, my buddy already knew who this guy was. This guy got his car, and they just start throwing. And I'm like, who am I gonna fight? Who am I gonna fight? Some big ass dude gets out of his car. He goes, I'll take your head. This guy's like 20 years old, probably like 6'2". I'm 15 years old, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you sure ever got Danny in the house?
What's up?
Hey.
Yeah.
Is Ryder still there? Did we lose him? We lost him. Dan 50K Ige just turned my machine off. Dan Ige, you stinker. Hey.
I'm so sorry. My phone died.
Don't you worry about it. I'm glad it actually happened because I got to plug mine in. It would have been you or me, honey. One of us would have had this happen. Thank you so much, by the way, for doing this today. I have had such a blast talking to you.
Oh, man, it's been an absolute honor. Thank you so much for having me.
You are just so much fun to talk to, and I have zero doubts that we're going to see you just not only fighting, but I don't think we're going to see you behind the mic calling some fights one day.
Oh, man, that means a lot. Thank you so much.
Ryder, where can we find you online?
Like social media and stuff?
Yeah, so if folks want to find you, and I mean, you post some really great stuff on there. So, I mean, if folks want to find you, where do they go?
You can find me on Instagram. It's Ryder9, RYDER 9.
Ryder9.
And I would say Instagram is probably the platform I use the most for just like, training and just keeping up with me.
Awesome. We saw Dan Ige coming into the gym earlier. So
yeah,
you got some great dudes you're in there with today. And
oh man, it's an absolute blessing. Like I said, being an extreme coach here is just, it's inspiring every day coming here because you never know who you're going to see. Your teammates are some of the best in the world. Like Dan's like a big brother to me, so it's absolutely amazing to be able to be at extreme coach here and pick these guys' brains and be around them and just, it's just amazing. I love extreme coach here. Best coaching staff, best team in the world. Yeah.
I know they love having you too. So thank you so much for coming for tea today. I really appreciate it. And I have had such a great time talking to you. I have zero doubts that we're going to see you fighting on our television again soon. I know we are. And in the meantime, I can't wait to keep up with you online and just keep those inspiring, positive, awesome vibes going, man, because you are you're truly got it. So
thank you so much, man. It really means a lot, and anybody out there listening, just work hard, believe in yourself, and it'll all happen. So thank you so much for having me on the show, Misty. It's been an absolute honor. Look forward to talking to you again.
Oh, me too. Thanks so much, Ryder. Now,
absolutely.
Go have fun training.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll see you. Thank you.